This will be the first of the train videos. Right here you can see an engine. This is what pulls all the cars along the tracks. So zoom in here, you see the little wheels. Get right on those tracks there. And these engines can travel front or back. So like in reverse or forward. This one's faced forward. There's no cars in front of it. And if you look right behind it, here's another engine that's hooked to it. And this one's faced backwards. But it can still pull even though it's faced backwards. And you can see the ladders there. That's how the engineers, the drivers, these trains get on board. The reason I'm doing one that stopped is because I'll finish the video with one that's running. And when they're going by, they're so loud you won't be able to hear me. And this is made, the engines here are made by Union Pacific. Right there. It says Building America, has a nice flag on it. And you can see that one is face forward, one is face backwards, but they can pull just the same in reverse as they can forward. And there's a couple different cars right here. This car right here has some graffiti on it. That's what this is, graffiti. People paint their names or something on there to travel around. This is a car here that travels and carries other cars. All the brand new cars that go to car dealerships travel around the country in one of these until it gets to the dealership. And if you look right behind it, here's another one that's the same. It's just painted different, but it's also a car that carries cars to all the dealerships around the country. And I'll get up here and I'll show you one more car, and it's called a box car. But here you can see on this one somebody has also graffitied it, put their name on it. All these cars seem to have some type of graffiti. This car here you can tell is different. This is a box car. This black door right here slides open along the rails on the top there. See, it just slides back this way. And then they can fill it with everything from tennis shoes, TVs, everything we have around the house gets transported in these cargo ones. I'll go ahead and give you a shot all the way down. You can see how many cars it's pulling. All these box cars right here are all hooked to that train I just showed you. And here's how they hook together. Right there. And I'll walk back up towards the engine. It sounds like it is running. And the interesting fact about all these cars, they're so big and so heavy that if the engine, or both those engines right there, just started pulling all those cars we saw, all those cars right down there, all these box cars, if they just started pulling, these couplers would break. Right there. There'd be too much weight on the front ones because of all those cars, and it would break. So what happens is the train will start moving, the two engines will start moving, and it pulls this car just a little bit. There's a little bit of play right in here, so it can pull it a little bit, and then it starts pulling this car, and then the next car, and then the next car. So it doesn't pull them all at once, it pulls them one at a time, which means they are all hooked together, but there's a little bit of room right here where it hooks up. Has a little bit of room, so it'll pull it, and then the next car, and then the next car, and so on, until it has all of them pulling, all of them going the same way at the same speed. But they're tall. These are big cars. It says it has 28-inch wheels. Let me see if I can get a car's height. Oh, here we go. You see these ladders here in case they need to climb all the way up on top. They have the ladders right there. And here's the wheels right on the rail. Right there, see the railing? And those big springs, they help with the shock. So like if the car bounces up and down, those springs help it stay nice and sturdy to the track. See right there? And everything's hooked together. These are all hooked together. All the way down there. Okay, you see how it rides on the track there? These are really big. Go down here towards the front again. Like I said, when the ones go by us, when the trains go by us and they're moving, you won't be able to hear me talk at all. They're so loud and there's so much weight and so much movement. So here's the ladder where the engineer goes up there. That's where he sits, so he can see what's going on and all the controls. Look how big the wheels are on this one. Really big. And the fuel tanks, that's where they keep all their fuel. These are it's one big engine. And see how big those wheels are? And see right here is where they're hooked together. So he could go up right here, walk all the way down to get in his train. Another ladder right there. And this one. And you can see way down there, there's some lights that are red. So he knows he's not to be going down there until he gets the correct lights. Way down there. Alright, I'll go get a couple pictures and I'll tell you about the different types of cars. I thought I'd show you this train up close. Okay guys, I'm back. So do you remember we were looking at all those box cars? That big long line. The engines are way up there. All these box cars are the same. They haul different things, but they're the same box cars. And then look at this one. These two right here can haul oil, like oil for your car. These are for heating houses, buildings, anything like that. These cars right here hold oil. And they deliver them. They ride right along with the box cars. And then if we look back one more, this is called a hopper car. These cars right here, are hoppers. They have little openings on the bottom right there where they can dump. So if this is full of grain, like corn, they pull up and they can drain it right out through the ground, right here in this. Right out to where they need to be. But those are called hopper cars. So we have the oil tankers, the hoppers, and the box cars all together. So now when the train's going by and you can't hear me, you'll know which cars are going by. Okay, do you remember these lights? What's going to happen is these lights here are going to start blinking when the train comes. Those gates will shut so people can't cross the road. And then there's a light right up here that's green that tells the train, hey, it's good to go, so he can keep going. And if you look way down here, you'll see a train coming. A couple of trucks going by. You can see that train coming. And I'll show you these lights. They'll start blinking and you won't be able to hear me talk, so I'll step back. Oh, here they go. Okay, here comes the train. I'm going to step back a little bit so it's not too loud. And as it goes by, I'll try to look and see if we can see the conductor, or the engineer of the train. The train has gone by, you will see these lights shut off and then the gates go up to let the people go by. So there goes the gate going up and this one going up. Alright, I hope you guys had fun watching this video. I'll see if I can get into something next.